Alright, welcome back, boys and girls. So, some of you all have asked what happened to the big motor. As you can see, we have the big motor apart over here. Number 4 experienced a little issue. So, look over here. This is the piston from number 4. And you can see we're missing some stuff here. So we broke the ring lands off. Alright. If you can see, there's carbon all in between it. A lot of carbon between there. Alright. That's the rail between first and second ring. The rail between the oil ring and the secondary ring is right here. Has some carbon in it. We got some telltale signs of something going on here. So if you look, you can see there's a lot of carbon where it broke. Alright. And you can see the sides of the pistons. Look at this. No carbon up here. This is the top. This is the bottom of the cylinder. Look at all the carbons. Look. I don't know if it will focus there. You can see streaking marks here. Right in this area. Oh. You can see streaks of the flame propagation. So, this is my belief of what we did here, is we made a big goof. So, it was loading up beyond rich around 3,000 RPM. Okay? We tried to take some of the enrichment devices off to see if it would make it leaner, and it did not. But what I think we effectively did was we drowned the cylinder fairly close to hydrolocking, but not all the way. And I believe because the mixture was just so rich and it could not fire it, because you have to have a certain ratio to even ignite it, that we were puddling fuel up in the ring stack as this was going around. And once we got to an RPM that had enough air to mix with the fuel, when it ignited in the ring pack. As I said, you can see there are streak marks going that way. Okay. Let's see if we can turn the light on, if that will help. Whoa, it made it worse, I think. Come on. That made everything worse. Sorry, boys and girls. But anyways, you can see there's flame travel going on here. And if you look, we got a lot of carbon in that first one. And pretty much no carbon in the secondary break. So I'm thinking we puddled fuel up there, we ignited it, it burnt right there, pressure pushed down on the ring, breaking the secondary ring gap between the oil control and that. Now, what I will give credit to is this had low compression, but this had total seal rings on it, and it wasn't burning oil. We were ventilating a lot of oil because the oil control ring land was completely gone, but it wasn't burning it. So it was getting compression by, but this was still drivable. Like, I contemplated taking it on sick week with me, but since it was ventilating oil out the breather, I didn't want a chance of risking anything else, and I'm glad I did, because eventually these guys would have moved around enough that they would have become a problem and put metal in the oil and all that. But the rings don't appear bent. They don't appear to have ever touched. I looked at the witness marks. There's no witness marks on them. So I really think that there was so much fuel in it, it was probably getting close to hydrolocking. But once we got through that bad window where it finally had enough oxygen along with fuel, we finally made ignition. And it doesn't show up on the camera here, But this top ringland that's still there is very dark in this area, and it gets lighter as you go over this way. Probably does not focus at all. Let's do this. There. Wow, look at that. Sometimes technology works. Sometimes it just does not. But you can see that area there. Not so much, not so much, not so much. Oh, it's all black right here. So right in this quadrant here, I think, is where it all came to its demise. You can see the streaks like it went outward. Like it ignited here, and flame went this way. Flame is going that way. So that's my thought here. Maybe there's a hot spot or something there. But that's what happened to it. Totally repairable, totally my fault. Okay? And as you can see, actually, this burn pattern is more over here than over here. It's more concentrated on this side and on the bottom. So, kind of a unique thing that it's on the bottom. Anyways, we took it apart. We did find out that I have one strip plug on cylinder 1. So, it was sealing, but the threads are stripped, so we bought some Healy coils for that. We are replacing the pistons with these right here. These are both AA cast pistons. These are both Hypertectic. These are very old AA Hypertectic pistons right here. Alright. And they are coated with a thermal barrier coating. So are the heads. The heads are actually thermal barrier coated. So we're going to keep that. These were not coated thermal barrier coating. This is a friend of mine had this all put together. He thermal barrier coated everything. Connecting rod bearing went bad, and for some reason he chose these pistons over those. I think I don't know why he chose these, to tell you the honest truth. These are all miking out good and everything, and the ring pack is doing well, so we're going to go with that route. I think it's just these were brand new. You know, that was the deal. He bought brand new pistons. He weight balanced them all, as he did, I believe he did with these two. But we're going back with the cast pistons. We are not going back twin turbo for now. We are going the old-fashioned side draft route. Make it simple. Do that whole KISS thing. Keep it simple, stupid. You know, nothing simpler than that. Draw through with a two barrel side draft on it. So we're only going to shoot for about 10 pounds of boost. We are going to drop the compression. This thing has about a 9.5 to 1. Not great for boost either. But we're going to drop it now with a 40,000 spacer. It should put it around like 8.7-ish to 1, so that we can do, you know, the 10 pounds of boost easily with that. So anyways, boys and girls, that's what we did. That's the carnage. Totally my fault. I should have found a way to lean it out other than the way I did. So anyways, boys and girls, see you later. Get out there and get your projects done. Let's get this thing going.